Hello, my spider friends. You're back again. Let's see what's going on with you. So the spider is an earth element creature, but I always consider it to be a very airy earth element creature since spiders live suspended in their webs. Sometimes they, have little hidey holes in something more solid, and sometimes they live in the ground and just have hidey holes. In any case, spider, creator of prosperity through life's work, Dharma. Seems that I have some people here who are very concerned with their Dharma, with their purpose, their mission, life path, whatever term you may choose to use. The spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of Dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. When in balance, appreciative, enthusiastic, prosperous. When out of balance, discouraged, tired, forlorn. To bring into balance, playful creativity. Okay, now then, we also have the tea leaf cards, the round ones, to help you understand whether or not this is your reading. We have broken ring, a parting of the ways, either in romance or business. Hills, obstacles to be overcome. But don't worry about it because you have the star card, guaranteed success. It's funny how the star is always a really wonderful card. Miracles, healing, wishes granted. Anyway, you also have the carrot, opportunity or windfall. Wealth, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. Well, okay. So all of these things should be something that that you already know about in some way. Okay. Now then, let's get your tarot. Nope, I think we'll go with Magical Moments Tarot today. Mystical Moments. Well, it kind of split open on the tower there. Oh. Or the Hermit. Interesting. I'm feeling very hermit-like these days. King of Cups in reverse. All of the images in this deck, the kings are female because these are aspects of the personality. They have nothing to do with masculinity or femininity. That's just an example of social programming. So, King of Cups in reverse, someone who is not comfortable with their emotions. Probably pretty cold. Eight of Swords again. Had that in my last reading. Now we have the King of Swords. If this is two different people, then you guys are not on the same page at all. If you're in business together, I don't think it would work out very well because I don't see complementarity. On the other hand, if this is one person, you're certainly working through a lot of difficult things. And that may explain why you have the Two of Pentacles here. And the Eight of Wands. I don't know why I'm laying these things out this way. I just am. All right. We have 3 kings. 1 major arcana, the Chariot. So this is all about making progress, but it is in a crossing or teeter-totter position. So your progress is not assured. Your success is not assured. Everything is kind of hung up. We have the Eight of Swords, which it represents the social, familial, cultural programming that we receive from birth that makes us think that we can't do X, Y, and Z, when in reality, the prison is completely imaginary. And this figure, for example, could fly away. I have my favorite Eight of Swords image right here. This is from the Healing Earth Tarot, which I would love if I had a new edition of it, but it is no longer in print. So, as you can see, I hope you can see, this woman is standing in a cage, beating on the bars, probably screaming and wailing. I suspect it's a woman. Might not be. But there's an open door right next to her. She could walk out the door, down the stairs, leave anytime she wants. She is not in prison. Similarly, this figure has the ability to fly, no less. They have wings. And the top of their prison is partially open. All they have to do is push it up and fly away. So I think there are possible things in your life that you believe are impossible. The other interesting thing is that on that earlier reading I did for today, I can't remember which one, the Eight of Wands showed itself, but it didn't come out. And here it came out. So, right now, I'm inclined to think, while you may be concerned very much with your Dharma, your life's path, there's still a lot of internal conflict going on that is preventing you from moving forward. And change is needed. You need to come to terms with all these kings. I mean, it's really impressive that you are bringing all these working on all these aspects of the personality, becoming a more whole version of yourself. Look at that king with a great big hole. So yes, I think you're working on a lot. We have the King of Swords, the King of Wands, King of Cups. So Cups is the suit of emotions. So this is learning to allow yourself to feel your emotions and perhaps to share them appropriately with the right people at the right time. And then we have the King of Swords, as well as, of course, sorry, one more thing. You should also be receptive to others. Receptive and understanding, compassionate towards others and feelings as well. That's definitely something that a king might have trouble with. Not only feeling their own emotions, but being understanding and supportive of others in their emotions. Then we have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords, again, this is crossing position. So in the upright, the King of Swords is a truth seeker. All of the Swords court cards are truth seekers in some aspect. The page is more about being a student because they're just learning, just beginning. The King of Swords is someone who should have a great deal of integrity, great deal of understanding of the world, clarity of mind, very rational, a logical thinker, very insightful. But perhaps right now, there's more concern with control. That would explain why the Chariot's wheels are stuck here. They're not badly stuck, but stuck enough because this is a chariot in a crossing position. So it's not moving forward. It's kind of stuck. It's not super stuck because it's not in reverse, but it is stuck. At least it's not moving at the moment. Okay, so the King of Swords. Perhaps there's some knowledge you still have to gain to free yourself from this Eight of Swords, to turn it upside down. And the King of Wands. The King of Wands also in a crossing position. So the King of Wands is capable of inspiring action in others as well as taking inspired action themselves. They are passionate, they are a good leader, but they can also be very selfish. And if you are working with all of these, that's a lot to bring into balance, which is another meaning of the Two of Pentacles. It's about change, balancing change. Most of the change that I see here is internal change, of course. But it looks like I think you will be getting progress in this, in your efforts. I think it's coming. It looks like you're going to go from being trapped in this prison to flying, as you should, with your wings. I don't know when it will happen. It's going to take some time. But it's going to take also work, because all of these issues here need to be dealt with. Okay, let's see what the universe wants to say to you. Oh, here we go. Oh, perhaps you've been impatient. You want the time to be now. And the universe is saying it's not now. Oh boy. You have the Wheel of Fortune. So yes, the time is not now. The time is not in your hands. You are going to have to be patient and wait and see and let things develop naturally. While it may feel natural to try and force things to move along, you can't. And that may be one of your lessons. You are looking for your Dharma, and it's interesting. You have a snowflake, a delicate situation. So perhaps you need to handle things with a bit more care, a bit more sensitivity, which would be in alignment with a King of Cups in reverse. Needing to learn to handle things with more care, more sensitivity, more delicacy, consideration. Also be precise. King of Swords would be interested in that. There's a storm brewing. Things aren't going to stay stuck for long. There is going to be movement, but it may not be the movement that you want, or it may not happen in the way that you would like. Get more information, magnifying glass, clarity. Right above the King of Swords, all about clarity, doing the research, examining the fine print. Change of heart, access, many opportunities, power, freedom, hidden knowledge, transition and new beginnings. What else? Uh-oh. Well, it's possible that there's something here about sexuality. It seems very likely that there's been a lack of control, perhaps. playing the field, being a player. But now, on a quest, going from being a player to being faithful, that's a big change. But you do need to know where you're going. A new beginning. Innocent, brand new, inexperienced, new perspective. It says girl, but I don't really see those cards that way. Yeah, all this determination. This feels like a continuation of the quest. Yeah, oh, this is good. Bridge. Communication. Possibly with a person, a love interest kind of person, although we haven't actually seen anything about that. Connecting. Share, collaborate, harmony, compromise, overcoming barriers. That could be within yourself as well. Getting in touch with your inner child. Perhaps bridging all those kings so that they can come together. So when you've mastered all the lessons of the kings, you have mastered the lessons of the emperor. Likewise, when you master the lessons of the queens, you have mastered the lessons of the empress. Again, it does take a lot of determined action. It does take inner child work, integration in yourself, harmony, overcoming barriers. We were talking all about the Eight of Swords, the mental prison. I think that's your biggest barrier. I think I'll pull an archetype card for you. So what archetype is most active in your life, or should you be working with? There we go. Oh, wow. That's pretty advanced stuff. 77. Went from all those eights to 77. We also have two 27s here. There's another 8. Okay. This is Alethea. And, okay, 77. It's the second to last card in this deck. Truth. Okay. Our soul recognizes the truth. When someone speaks it, a cool wave of relief washes over the room, and all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of Alethea. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. We can also recognize Alethea by its contagiousness. When we hear someone speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves, and we are more likely to tell our own story. The Alethea card requires us to step toward an act of truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act, or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and sense of belonging in the world. Truth has its own wings. Set it free. When light, clarity, revelation, disclosure. When dark, distortions, gaslighting, excuses. Picasso said, "We all know that art is not truth. Art is a lie that makes us realize truth, at least the truth that is given us to understand." Perhaps art's important to you. It is said that the resonance of our voice changes when we speak a falsity. In this light, practice seeing truth as a vibration. So, I will say that in this reading, the King of Swords was calling to me the most strongly out of the three kings that you had. And that is most definitely the king most related to truth and clarity. But although you are working towards your life path, this situation requires careful handling, which is perhaps why the King of Cups came up first. Until you are capable of the careful handling the situation deserves, it may be that you cannot progress. Because the truth can be harsh. There's a reason the truth is the suit of swords. In order to be compassionate as well as truthful, you have to work through your King of Cups first. All right, I am leaving you with that. I am wishing you all the best. It looks like you're doing wonderful work, very difficult work. Whether you were the player or were played, there's a lot of work to be done there. Patience. There's also the damage, clarity, and new opportunities arising from all of this. This kind of change doesn't happen without some destruction. But I am wishing you all the best. I firmly believe that you can move into a better place, and perhaps once you do, you will start making progress. Your chariot will start moving again, perhaps very quickly. Good luck.